Hello, everyone. I am just glad to be able to come back to share. I'm trying to stay composed. I'm trying to not break down and share tears on behalf of the young man whose photo we see here, Henry Nowak. Just in case you're not aware of what happened to this young teenager. Henry was a teenager who was attacked and murdered on the streets somewhere in the United Kingdom. The perpetrator was from the Sikh religion. Apparently, those people are allowed to move around with weapons, actual weapons, knives, as a religious symbol. And that was what was used to commit this heinous crime. As horrific as that incident was, you haven't heard the end of this story. After stabbing this man, I think 4 or 5 times, I heard this. I don't know, onlookers or whoever called the police because the young man was down there bleeding out. The police turned up, arrived, and what did the police do? Listened to the one who had committed the crime, lie, told them that Henry had been racist towards them. Henry was down there bleeding, his life flowing out of him, and a group of police dragged him on the gravel, twisted his arms to his back. While this young man was pleading, "I've been stabbed. I can't breathe." He said these several times, over and over again. They were all interested in handcuffing him. Oh, he's the horrific criminal who must be apprehended, even though the guy was down. Nothing was done initially from him saying, "I've been stabbed." Duty of care as a human being puts it on us to check. You are police officers, for goodness sake. They were supposed to have checked. Been stabbed? But guess what? The video is out now. I don't want to play that video because I have sobbed uncontrollably since last night when I first encountered that video. But the body cam footage, finally it was revealed. They hid it. Said the police were misled. Misled? The guy was on the floor. If he was a criminal, yeah, okay, he was racist. Does that warrant him dying? Does that warrant him being ignored when he was calling for help? When he was pleading and begging and saying that he had been stabbed? I can't breathe, I can't breathe. The whole world was burnt down, was turned into an active war zone in the early 2020s when George Floyd in America happened. Where is the outrage? Where is the noise for Henry? Of course, his skin tone does not fit the narrative. Every worthless media, zip, silent. Thank God for Elon Musk. I bless God for that man every day. We found everything on X. It's blown, and we're able to see how a rigged system against white people has continued to fail ordinary citizens of a nation. Why is the West doing this to itself? What is the gain of trying to please foreigners who disregard your laws and everything? Why is there a law for people not to have weapons, knives? Even women cannot have pepper spray to protect themselves from the perverts that pour into that nation. But those people are able to move around with weapons that they can use to attack anybody and lie that people have been racist against them. So what? Racist against you. So that turned you into what? A killer? A murderer? I heard that the criminal had been, well, I'm glad that the justice came quickly. He was jailed for 21 years, sadly, only 21 years, while Henry's family will have to live without him for the rest of their lives. Henry had at least 60, 70 more years ahead of him that was taken away. That guy should be hung, fed to the lions. The police officers, every single one of them who was there, should be discharged, dismissed, tried, and jailed. They all were accomplices. Not one of them. I saw that video. I have seen it several times. Not one of them. Not one of them. Little wonder they tried to hide that body cam footage. Thank God again for Elon Musk, who set his foot down and said, and applied pressure, and other people, Tommy Robinson and every sane human being on the planet, to release that footage. And now we know the truth. A system rigged against itself, against the citizen of a nation, just to please people who have come to destroy everything that you have built. How are you in your home and a stranger comes in, you welcome them, and then they turn around and take over your home, and you're quite pleased and happy with it? Well, the people are not pleased. It's the government. I don't know what's going on around the West. We saw on X the rioting. I don't know what that was in France. When they lose the match, they riot. When they win, they riot, burning down and destroying property. What is in these people that the West cannot see to stop them from coming and send them away? Well, this is about Henry. May God console his family. At least I'm glad that that perverted criminal, soulless creature is going to jail, but which is not enough. But that's at least something. I am pretty sure that if he belonged to the other death cult, maybe he would have gotten off with a slap on the wrist. But those police officers, they need to go down as well. His mother, the mother of the pervert who tried to hide the mother weapon, should be punished in some ways. We want total justice for Henry Nowak, a young man cut down before he got to live his life, because there is a government in place that would favor others, outsiders, do everything to please the outsiders in their midst than to protect the citizens that they're serving. I'll see you again soon.